Hey babes, it's B. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another bullet journal video. Today I'm doing my February 2020 plan with me, and for this month's theme, I decided to go with Ariana Grande's Thank You Next album because it came out in February in 2019, so it's a year ago. So right now I am doing the cover page, and for this I decided to use a separate sheet of paper, pink paper, and I was going to copy the Thank You Next burn book that is in her music video. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm adding all of these swirls and designs here, and then I'm gonna go and add the February. Now I'm just cutting up these little squares of black and white paper so that I can write out February like she has it on the burn book. And yeah, I'm just using my white gel pen to write it on the black paper and my Tombow dual brush pen to write it on the white paper, and I'm switching the fonts on each one, some of them, and also if it's capital or lowercase, just to make it look a little quirky, I guess. And also that's kind of how she has it on her burn book in the Thank You Next video. And now I am just gluing those on. And in her music video, her burn book actually has a kiss underneath where the thank you next words are. So I did that for February. I actually kissed the paper because I didn't think that I could actually draw it out to make it look realistic or good. So I literally just kissed it, and that's it. And now on the other side of the page, I'm going to have the quote, which will be thank you next, of course. So I took out this black paper and I'm using a pink gel pen, and it writes really well, and I thought it looks really good, honestly. It's very vibrant, and that's exactly what I was going for. So for the thank you next, I actually wrote it in the way that she has it in her album cover. And yeah, that's the quote that I did, and for that I say thank you next. And then around that I used my white gel pen to add like little decorations, and these ones are from her thank you next burn book pages. This one specifically is from the Pete page, so obviously I drew the heart with the Pete, and then some of the things she says on the page, which is I love you always and huge. Now I am going to glue these pages in, and then I'm going to cut them so that they fit the actual bullet journal pages. I measured it out a little bit before I actually drew on them just to make sure I drew in the correct space, but I'm actually going to cut off the excess after I glue it in so that it fits perfectly. Okay guys, I have no clue what happened with the camera while I was filming the monthly calendar, mood tracker, and habit tracker setups. I either wasn't recording or it didn't save, which I'm almost positive that I was filming. It's very upsetting, but anyway, I am so sorry you won't be able to see how I actually set up those spreads, but you will still be able to see them in the final flip through. So right now I am finishing up the habit tracker. This is the part that actually filmed and saved. So for this month, I actually did one, and I also kind of changed up the layout. I don't know if maybe the layout was the problem in the past couple months that I didn't really want to keep up with them, so I'm trying something different to see if it makes a difference. So I just kind of did this grid and wrote out all the numbers like that. It looks kind of nice, honestly. And then at the top, for the habit and mood tracker, I did the 7 rings font, kind of like the spray paint dripping font, and then I also did the thank you next font with the white boxes and the black boxes. And now at the bottom of the page as the decoration, I added some of the same swirls in pink, and I also added Ariana Grande's tweet that says thank you next. Now moving on, I'm doing the playlist spread and the brain dump spread. So the playlist spread is a new spread to me just for this month. I don't know if I'll be doing this one again, but I did want to do it specifically for this month since it is kind of music related. So I just listed my favorite songs from her Thank You Next album. They're not really in order, it's just all of my favorites that I could think of. I like them all, but I didn't want to put the entire album in here, so I just forced myself to choose my favorites. At the top, I'm doing the same Thank You Next font, white boxes, black boxes, different fonts, different sizes, etc., etc. And now I am using different shades of pink to outline the boxes where I will write down the songs. And my favorite song from the album, period, is Imagine, so I obviously put this one at the top, though the rest are not really in order. Then my other favorites are Makeup, In My Head, Thank You Next, Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored, NASA, and Seven Rings. I love all of them. I love every single song on the album, but I had to choose. So yeah. And then at the bottom of that page, I drew the little cassette. I think it's a cassette. I drew the cassette that is also in Ariana's Thank You Next video where she writes to Ari from Ari, but I wrote to B from B. So just kind of personalize that. And now on the other side of the page, I'm doing my brain dump. This one I literally wrote brain dump at the top and then left the rest empty except for the bottom where I had some decorations. At the bottom, I did a bunch of makeup products, and for this page, I centered it around Makeup, the song. And the song Makeup kind of just reminds me of the color pink. Of course, the whole album does really, but Makeup especially is like pink, pink, pink in my mind. So at the bottom, I wanted to make all of the makeup products like pink, literally. No neutral colors or anything. And I thought it also kind of made the spreads come together because everything in this month is literally pink. And now I am doing the last spread for this video. It's the first week of February, and so since it started on a weekend, I just mixed that in with the week that follows that. And for this spread, I did the different shades of pink again like I did for the playlist, and then for the fonts of the days of the week and the numbers, I did the same Thank You Next font with the black and white boxes and the different fonts and all of that. And this may look plain now, but I decided to write out the entire Thank You Next song in the background of these boxes. And let's just say my hand was definitely cramping by the end of this. And the entire song actually fit perfectly on this entire page. Like, I think I ended it on the very last chorus, like saying thank you next. So that actually surprised me, but it was kind of perfect and super satisfying that it ended that perfectly. Alright, so this is the final flip through for my February 2020 plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this theme. Here is the calendar spread. I did a bunch of those swirls and I used things from the Ricky burn book page, and then my mood tracker was 7 rings with a bunch of 7 rings lyrics around it. I personally really enjoyed this theme and making this video. Ariana Grande is my favorite artist, so I hope you guys like this video as much as I did. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below anything you guys want to see, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more videos from me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.